What's up, everybody? It's your boy Campocalyspe, and I am back with another gaming video. Now, you're probably like, Cameron, didn't you just do a gaming video with the same footage? Well, yeah, but for some strange reason, that video was kind of boring. It wasn't as funny and entertaining as I thought it was going to be. So we're basically just going to be doing a voiceover. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of voiceovers. Yeah, like I'm gonna just have to be doing voiceovers. If I'm not doing something with unique, it's just probably going to be voiceovers. And I just said that. I apologize. I'm extremely awkward. I'm still getting used to like the whole YouTuber thing, so bear with me. But I'm basically going to be on Reddit and just being in other people's business. I'm in the subreddit called Am I the Asshole, where I'm basically going to just be reading people's like personal business about like what the fuck they got going on, and we're gonna just see if they're the asshole. They probably are. Like, granted, most people, if you have to ask if you're the asshole, you're most likely the fucking asshole. Hold on, let me switch up my headphones on. Shit was low-key blowing me. Damn. God damn it! My apologies. Technical difficulties. Alright, so let's see which one. I gotta find like a really good juicy one. Okay. This is a good one. It's low-key kind of long. Huh? That's what she said. That's not funny. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to take off my engagement ring during a wedding? What? Okay. Throwaway account using mobile disclaimers. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm probably gonna have to like clip some of this. Okay. I'm meant to be attending the wedding of Tilly and Peter next month. They're friends of my fiance, and we've hung out plenty of times. Over the past few years, they've got engaged around 18. This is, oh my god, I can't read. Start over. Alright, I'm meant to be, fuck! Sorry, tongue twister. Okay. Alright, I'm meant to be attending the wedding of Tilly and Peter next month. They are friends of my fiance, and we hung out plenty of times over the past few years. They got engaged around 18 months ago, and we got engaged 3 months ago. I don't know why I was going to say 6. Sorry, my phone is like doing this dumb thing. Okay, we're back. My engagement ring is stone. My engagement ring stone is a light blue sapphire. Fuck! Why can I not read? I am not beating those allegations. I always talk all that shit on TikTok, and now I can't fucking read. Yikes. Okay. Basically, they have a fucking their engagement ring stone is a light blue sapphire, and it photographs or whatever. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to redo that. I'm gonna have to redo that. My fault, you guys. I had to smoke to lock in. Listen, sometimes my brain does this thing and just, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna like retell the story. Also, I had to like switch microphones out. I didn't like how my voice sounds. I might have to like return the microphone I got from the TikTok shop. It's just not, I don't know, it's just not as good. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Okay. So basically, where do we leave off? Okay. I'm meant to be attending the wedding of Tilly and Peter next month. They're friends of my fiance. We hung out plenty of times. Also, I'm doing like the Cliff Notes version because I've already told this story. But to give some context, basically, her fiance is friends with a guy named Peter. Peter's getting married to Tilly. They have are going to have their wedding next month. This lady and her fiance have been engaged for 3 months, whereas Peter and Tilly been engaged for 18 months. The engagement ring, her engagement ring, the person telling the story, is a light blue sapphire, and it looked darker in the photos, and that's going to be a problem for Peter's wife because I guess like it's very similar to her her colors for her wedding, she's basically asking them to not wear the fucking engagement ring because she feels like it's going to take attention away from her, which is some bullshit. And she also even accuses them of like only getting married to like sabotage them, like basically just some dry hater ass shit. And she basically wants to know if she's the asshole for not wanting to take the engagement ring off. Me personally, no, I do not think you're the asshole for wanting to wear your engagement ring. I think that's kind of odd to ask someone to take their engagement ring off. Like, who does that? I do get the whole not wanting everyone to wear the same colors. Like, I understand it, but I think to accuse somebody of like trying to ruin your day and making it like just taking it very personal, I think is kind of just like, is this really about the engagement ring? I think they just don't like y'all. I personally would just not go to the wedding, honestly. I think like if that's where we're at, I think if I was Peter, no, not Peter, I think if I was your fiance, I would talk to Peter, you know, the friend, and be like, hey, like, do you honestly think I only like proposed to my girlfriend or my now fiance to spite you? Like, do you genuinely believe that? Is that how you view me? And if you're like, yeah, then nigga, we don't need to be friends. Like, honestly, we too old for you to be having like some secret animosity, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they just don't like y'all. Because honestly, when people don't like you, they go on these like little weird tangents to make you seem like you're crazy or you're in the wrong for shit that like universally is not wrong. I don't think I would ever ask somebody, hey, can you like not wear your engagement ring? That's kind of fucking OD. You're not the asshole. Now, if you really want to be a part of their wedding, you will probably have to follow their rules and regulations. But me personally, I would have just been like, I'm good. I don't need to go to your trashy ass wedding that's probably going to end in divorce any fucking way. Don't say that, she might kick your ass. Are y'all white? Oh my god, Cameron, you can't just go around asking people if they're white. Well, are you? But yeah, no, you're not the asshole, sweetheart. Those people are not your fucking friends. Fuck those people. Alright, hold on, I'm looking for another one. I'm probably gonna just do Cliff Notes versions of them, because I think if I try to read them, I'm gonna just like fuck up the words, because a lot is going on. Also, I am a little intoxicated. I do apologize. I did smoke. Well, I mean, damn, I'm so fucking high. I just fucking told you I smoked. But so I think that's kind of like, I'm locked in, but my mind is wandering. Also, I'm low-key kind of dehydrated, and I do need to go downstairs to get some water. And I low-key need to make dinner. Fuck. The things I do for you guys. Should I just like go make dinner and then come back? Why am I asking y'all? By the time y'all see this, the video will be uploaded. Dumb shit. Alright, alright. Am I the asshole for not letting my mother-in-law see our new house until she apologizes? Ooh, this is juicy. Let's see. Alright, let's see what we got. This has been building for about 4 to 5 months, so sorry if I miss anything. For context, my girlfriend and I have been dating for 13 years. Girlfriend for 13 years is crazy. Crazy. My mother-in-law. Wait, so when you say girlfriend, do you mean like you've like? Okay. Are y'all engaged? Cause mother-in-law, and there's no ring. Okay, maybe I'm tripping. All right. Maybe they're lesbians. I think they might be lesbians. If they're gay, it's a little different. My mother-in-law has been very entitled. She's the type to argue with retail workers until they cry over a discount that she thinks she deserves. Crazy. I would quit right on the spot. Cause, bitch, fuck your old ass. If any idea isn't hers, she shuts it down. Her husband avoids conflict at all costs, so no one challenges her except my girlfriend's sister, and those usually turns into huge fights. A few months ago, my girlfriend and I decided to buy our first home. We talked about it for months, and we brought it up multiple times with her parents. When we finally found a house we loved and decided to put in an offer, we called them to share the news. Instead of being supportive, we were met with immediate. Oh my god, where's my That's the problem. I don't have my fucking glasses on. Okay, hold on. That's the problem. I'm like, why can't I see any? I don't have my glasses on. Okay, immediate hostility. Can I not read? Am I slow? I the child that was left behind? Damn. Small world. God, Cameron, lock in. I gotta start reading books again. It started with the usual questions. Are you sure you're ready? Which was fair. But after I explained the planning we had done, her mom brought up a car that was repossessed from me 8 years ago and said, I bet you thought buying that car was a good idea too. What the fuck does an old ass car gotta do with my fucking house? Alright, whatever, bitch. Cause yeah, okay. She then attacked my character and questioned how could fuck crashing out because I'm jumping from line to line. She then attacked my character and questioned how she could be okay with this since I didn't tell her about my life. What? I'm not her child and I'm not even very close with my own family. I don't think I owe my mother-in-law every detail of my past, especially after comments like that. I'm not perfect, but my life is far from stable. And it was 8 years ago. Okay, well, wait a minute. Is this a fiance or a girlfriend? Because I'm going to be honest. You keep saying mother-in-law and then you're saying girlfriend. So, where's the ring? I'm not going to hold you. I think mommy might be valid because, nigga, you keep saying mother-in-law and there's no fucking ring. So, you're playing house. If you say that if your life is far from stable, so if you mean far from stable in the sense of like, oh, I just go through my fair share of hardships, that's warranted. We're all human. Some of us are not rich. Some of us were not blessed with mommy and daddy's money. Some of us, you know. Sorry, I got a text from my mom. I was like, where the fuck is she at? She's at the store. Okay, getting the water. Okay, thank you, mom. Love you, mom. Love you, mom. Okay, but yeah, I think if you mean stable, like you haven't had an easy life, granted, most people don't. But if we're talking solely about finances and you just make bad decisions, I do think these are valid critiques because you're calling her mother-in-law and there's no fucking ring. Okay. After that call, I asked for an apology. She refused. My girlfriend and her dad asked her multiple times over the next few weeks, and she still refused. Even she said she'd only apologize if we went to dinner. I asked if we could do it over the phone so I could leave if things got nasty. I declined the dinner at first. Later, I agreed, and then she changed her mind and said it had been too long. During all of this, my girlfriend and I fought a lot. She seems very close with her parents and usually sees them every weekend from my side. That felt very hurtful, but I don't want to tell her to stop seeing her family. By this point, we had moved into our house. I told my girlfriend her mom wasn't welcomed in our home until she apologized. She didn't like that, but agreed. Last week, her mom got some bad medical news. Now my girlfriend says it's unfair that I won't let her see her mom. Let her mom see the house. Sorry, read too fast. Since she's sick and might never get the chance. From my perspective, all this goes away if she simply apologized. I feel like I'm the only one asked to bridge the gap and make concessions. Concessions? CONCESSIONS. Concessions. I feel like that's concessions. Don't quote me. If it's not concessions, then we're just gonna blame George Bush. Edit. So many replies. Thank you for all the advice. So there's a lot of things. Like I said, you keep saying girlfriend. If y'all are not married, first of all, 13 years with no ring is honestly crazy on both of y'all's part. Now, if it's a situation where you can't afford a lavish wedding, just get married at the fucking courthouse. So if you're not going to marry this girl, or y'all don't want marriage, and now there's a situation where it's like, oh, we're non-traditional in our relationship, we don't believe in marriage, then that's fine if that's something y'all both agree on. But I'm gonna be honest, I think the mother's kind of valid. I think if you and my daughter are moving in together but there's no ring, what are y'all doing? Like, for 13 years, that's almost 20 years. That's literally a decade. Y'all should have been anything past 5 years, it's like, what are you doing? Also, if you make bad decisions, yeah, I think it's just, do you think you're ready for that? Now, granted, there's a few things. I don't think this relationship is going to last long. I don't even think you guys are compatible. I feel like a person who cannot stand up to their family or cannot hold their family and friends accountable and be like, hey, I think the way that you talk to other people is rude and disrespectful, that's not someone you should be marrying. I personally would be ending a relationship over that. If your family members and your friends and your folks are disrespecting me, we would not be in a relationship. So that would be dead. Also, I feel like acting like you can't go and visit your mom, but your mom has to come to the house, it's kind of also like you're dragging a situation and you're just making this about you and it's not about you. I honestly think you guys should break up. I don't think you're the asshole. I think it's valid. No one who disrespects me is welcomed in my house until they apologize, but I also would not be someone's boyfriend for 13 fucking years. I think that's kind of crazy. I think you guys should break up. I don't think I'm qualified to be giving advice. Because that's another thing, like, all of this, like, relationship and friendship shit, my thought process is we can all just fall out and just let memories be memories, because fuck everybody. That's my motto, is what the fuck. But yeah, I don't think you're the asshole, but I do think y'all should probably break up, though. This is fun being in other people's business. I understand why the Shade Room is so popular. My god. I'm trying to think. Okay, this is another one because I might have to start cooking dinner because I don't like to eat past a certain time. Okay. Am I the asshole for not believing my roommate's phobia? Ooh. Juicy. Okay, disclaimer up front. I understand the seriousness of phobias. I might... Oh, like an actual phobia. Wait a minute. I don't know what the fuck I thought this was about. Alright, okay, cool, great. Okay, disclaimer up front, I understand the seriousness of phobias. I myself have been in therapy for irrational fears of vomiting. That used to be breathe and read. Okay. Debilitating. The shit was intense. I don't know. Maybe I can't read. Maybe I'm the problem. My god. What the fuck? Why is it? Maybe stop using all these big ass words. I probably sound like people listening to this are like, wow, he's fucking stupid, and it's like, no, it's just maybe I am. I don't know. Shut up. I'm one of the kids left behind. I'm Gen Z. I don't have to be. I'm lying. Also, let me go blow my nose. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry guys, I'm back. I had to eat. I smoked my nighttime blunt, so I should be able to lock in better. My ADHD should be, like, my nerves should be calm. I think the problem is I'm reading out loud and in my head, and I do that at 2 different paces. But we're back at, with, am I the asshole for not believing my roommate's phobia? Okay, where did we last go? Okay, disclaimer. Okay. This person. Okay. So this person's like, so I, 21 female, have 2 roommates. My one roommate, 20 female, is scared of spiders. She claims that she has arachnophobia, and I'm not a fan of spiders myself. But it's the way she goes about it that's kind of insane. Like the other day, I was talking about how my boyfriend and I got sushi. I said something about a spider roll, and she actually screamed and said, I can only use the word arachnid, not spider, around her. Anytime someone says spider, she immediately covers her ears and starts to whimper. My other roommate has so much more patience for this than I do, and one day we were coming home. There was a spider underneath our open stairs. Mind you, we live in an apartment complex where there's lots of trees and plants around, and this is not our first encounter with spiders on the stairs. But this time she screams and refuses to walk up the stairs. My other roommate blocks off the spider so she can walk up, but she still won't do it. My other roommate goes and gets Lysol to kill the spider. I literally watched the spider shrivel up and fall asleep. Oh no, fall off the stairs. Why did I say fall asleep? I meant fall off. Damn, I'm telling you, that weed is like... I'm losing a track of thought. Let me go back. Fall off the steps. No, fall off the stairs. And she won't go up. And After 15 minutes of trying to convince her it's okay, my other roommate has to head out. I just go up the stairs because I have to submit some work stuff before the end of the day. It's not funny because this is really somebody's life and it's fucked up. But I'm just imagining all this. Like, you're like, imagine you come home with your roommates. Let's say y'all went out to get lunch or some shit, and you can't go up the steps because this bitch, not to call you a bitch, but bitch, like, this motherfucker is scared to go up the steps because of a fucking spider. First of all, how can you even see the motherfucking spider? Like, spiders be so eensy, so fucking tiny. You didn't really want to get in the house that bad, but let's go on. Cause this is fucking crazy to me. She ends up standing at the end of the steps for about an hour before going up, and then eventually comes into the apartment and starts berating me and how she needs me to support her in her phobia, and I was being unsupportive. I understand phobias are real and create significant mental blocks for people, but after her screaming at the mention of the word spider, I'm starting to think she's just afraid of spiders, and she's overreacting. Edit. Okay, thank you for. Okay, so what did some people say? Yeah, so I feel like. Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing. So I feel like this is a slippery slope. I don't know. I feel like I've never had. I mean, like, I'm scared of getting into like a car wreck. You know, knock on wood. Hope that never happens. Like, I have my own sense of fears and things. I know people are scared of drowning and being buried alive or whatever. So I don't want to come off as like insensitive and rude and disrespectful, because even though like I am making light of it for content purposes, that is kind of fucked up. But at the same time, I do think sometimes people overuse words like bipolar and, you know, anxiety and depressed and hold the fuck up. Where's my weed pen? Whoa, where's my weed pen? Hold on. Sorry guys, I just like looked up and I didn't see where I put it. Where's my weed pen? Hold the fuck up. Hold on, because like now I'm actually panicking. Like, where's, because that was expensive. Hold on. I found it. Sorry, I don't know. I didn't want to go in. Hey, I kind of need my indica pen for nighttime. I have like night terrors and shit, bro. I was about to fucking panic. Oh my god. For people who smoke indica at night because of their like mental health and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Like, oh my god, I think that hamburger helper is like fucking up my stomach. Oh god, if I fart on here, please don't judge me. Why would I? I'm not gonna. If I fart, you guys probably won't know, because I'll probably clip it out. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that would be funny, but I'm about to be 25. I'm too old for fart jokes. This is a respectable page. This is like Mad TV in its prime, not SNL. But yeah, I mean, like, people have phobias and stuff, and I want to be, you know, understanding and not so judgmental, you know, just because something isn't my reality doesn't make it any less valid. So I definitely want to be respectful and understanding. With that being said, though, I do think she is kind of dragging it. I think people, you know, like, find these words on the internet and they find these identities and these communities and they just kind of like LARP into that shit. Because, I mean, again, I've never had an intense phobia, but I also kind of just feel like you sitting at the bottom of the steps over a spider, get your ass in the fucking house. Like, you know, like, I don't know, you're too old, and it's like, you're not supporting me, and it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, get the fuck out my face. But yeah, I don't think you're the asshole per se, but you are kind of douchey, if that makes sense. Well, no, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about you. I don't know you. I feel like there's some stuff you're leaving out. I don't know their life. No, your feelings are valid, but their fear is also valid. Ouch. Okay. trying to find the juicy ones. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Am I the asshole for still using the baby name I told my sister I was going to use despite her using a variation of it first? I, 35 female, had my first daughter in September. While I was pregnant, my sister, 38 female, was also pregnant with a boy. In reality, she was pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl, but thought it would be fun if it was a surprise for everyone. During this time, I told her I planned to name this baby after our mom, Colette, C-O-L-E-T-T-E, that's Colette, right? Or like Colette. No, it's Colette. Colette. Colette? How are we saying this? Because the next sentence is Coral, both names start with the co. Like, and I think Coco is an adorable nickname. Yeah, it would have to be Colette or Colette. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna say Colette. I don't want to butcher anybody's name. Oh yeah. She told me the name they picked was a surprise and didn't want to reveal it until the baby was here. Lo and behold, her twins are born in August, and everyone is surprised at his twins. She names them Cole and Letty. I didn't think much of it, except it was really cute and sweet, and she clearly named them after our mom. Sorry for butchering that last sentence. My mind is going all over the place because I've already okay. Why am I overly explaining? Nobody gives a fuck. This is content. God. When my daughter was born, I followed through and named her Colette. No. Oh, so it's Colette? No, it's Colette. Okay, Colette Coral or Corel. We're just gonna say Colette Coral. Colette Coral, and we almost excessively call her Coco. My sister is very annoyed that I followed through with that name and brings it up all the time how ridiculous it is, all three of them practically share a name. It's also confusing if full names are used. I will admit that despite me telling her my entire pregnancy this was a name I planned to use, I even had stuff made with the name. She ensures everyone knows her babies were born first. Honestly, as she told me months ago that she planned to use Cole and Letty, I think I would have pivoted, but she never said anything. Heck, even if she told me she was using Cole, I would have reevaluated. Currently debating legally swapping Coral and Colette simply to keep the peace, but it feels an awful lot admitting I'm the asshole in the first place. Sorry. Brain fart. First of all, that's my motherfucking mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, you're not the asshole because that's my motherfucking mama. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's my motherfucking mama. As someone who's naming my kids after my mom, you can't tell me shit. I don't give a fuck if you thought of the name first. I don't give a fuck if my brother, God rest his soul, I love him dearly. But if he was still here and he was like, oh, you're naming your kids after mom, and I named my kids after mom, I feel some type of way. I don't give a fuck, bitch, because that's my motherfucking mama. Fuck wrong with you? I'm gonna name my, what the fuck? Like, I smacked the, please don't play with me. Do not fucking play with me. This reminds me of Buffy when Shawty died and then she came back and bitches was like, oh yeah, Buffy, you're gonna have to pay rent up in here. And I'm just like, I know these bitches didn't drag Shawty out of heaven to tell her that she gotta pay motherfucking rent in her mama's house. This is my mama shit. Like, nigga, that's my motherfucking mama. Like, I'm not changing shit. I don't give a fuck if your kids was here before Adam or Eve stink pussy having ass. Bitch, that's my motherfucking mama. And I'm not changing shit. I wouldn't change shit. First of all, I cut that bitch off. I cut family off. I cut family off. The fuck is you talking about? Man, I smack the shit out there. I don't give a fuck about your kids. Fuck your kids. What are we talking about? That, like, no. That's my motherfucking mama. I'm gonna name my kids after my mama. Are you slow? Are you slow, dumb, dense, or just fucking blonde? Get out my face, bitch. The fuck that? Now that just pissed me the fuck off. Yeah, my vein all like popping out in my forehead and shit. Okay, this family drama. Oh, this is kind of long. I don't want to read all that. I'm gonna pin this. I'm gonna pin this. Okay. Am I the asshole for asking a woman at work to stop being so weird about talking about caramel? I like to have snacks in the office. I enjoy having something for people to take when they come in for a visit. I have a container of chocolate caramel thins open for anyone to take. The problem is that when many of the other women in my office take one, they do this whole song and dance. Ooh, I shouldn't. Ooh, it's so bad. Ooh, but I just love chocolate. Ooh, it's so naughty. Stuff like that annoys the crap out of me. Oh my god, that reminds me of like this Family Guy cutaway. Or is it a cutaway or a gag? Probably both. A cutaway gag. I think it's called a cutaway gag. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I think it's called a cutaway gag. Alright, stuff like that really annoys the crap out of me. Take candy or don't. But don't force me to participate in whatever weird, self-deprecating thing you're doing, especially calling it naughty, like you're scalding a child. I always just smile blankly, and they look at me like I'm supposed to give them permission. I finally had it yesterday when one of the women stood in the doorway and pointed like, ooh, I just love those caramels. They're so good, but I shouldn't. You're so bad for having these. I said, can you stop doing that? It's making me uncomfortable. She pretended to not know what I'm talking about. I said, are you okay? You come in here and act like you need permission to eat a piece of candy. You keep calling it naughty like you're a little kid. It's super weird behavior and it makes me uncomfortable. So please stop. She gave me a weird look and she was like, it said she was just being silly and never mind. Oh shit, the monitor. Sorry, the monitor went off. I thought like it stopped recording. Where were we? She said she was just being silly and never mind. She left. I found out later that she said I ripped her head off and warned one of the other women who were saying, ooh, doing all that, ooh, I'm so bad crap to avoid getting candy from me unless she wanted to be scolded. I'm not going to stop giving candy out because there are some people who can do it without the whole song and dance. But am I really the asshole for asking her to stop doing the, ooh, I'm so bad crap? I will be right back. I have to go charge this phone. It's not going to take long. I have to go get the cord. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. My bad. My phone was about to die and I didn't want to have to use my other phone. But I ended up having to use my other phone anyway because it died before I could get the cord. I don't know how I feel about it. I think like on one hand, you are the asshole because I felt like they were just trying to be funny. Like, it wasn't really a thing. Like, they were just being funny. So I think, like, you dragging it the way that you dragged it is kind of OD. I'm not going to lie. I do think you were a little hostile. Are you autistic? That might be it. Maybe you're autistic. But at the same time, as someone who is also autistic, and I get very annoyed very fast. A lot of shit tends to piss me off. I get it. I truly get, like, that's annoying. That seems very, like, when I'm at work, I don't like to be annoyed. So, you are an asshole, but you are valid in your assholeness. Let's keep reading. Ooh, okay, marital problems. Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my wife, forget it, and going out by myself for my birthday instead of going to her fancy dinner reservation? Ooh. Alright. Let's get into these people's business. Alright. This has been ongoing. Come on, ADHD. Act like you got some goddamn sense. This has been an ongoing issue and come to a head yesterday. My wife is a planner and it's extremely hard for her to just go with the flow. If we are going to do something, she needs all the details. What's the problem with that? Now, he did make an edit and say that she has OCD. Okay. But I don't think there's any, so far so good. I don't think there's anything wrong on her end. A while ago, she asked me what I wanted to do for my birthday. I've been burnt out from work, so I told her I just want to go to a chain restaurant around here on my day, just a chill night out. I don't want to get dressed up or anything. She asked where, what time. I told her I'll just pick day off when I pick. I'm just picking it. Basically, he's gonna pick the day, whatever he's feeling. Maybe I want Olive Garden. Maybe I want to get Chinese takeout. I expressed many times I don't want to plan anything. I just go with the day. Okay. Sorry, I'm butchering these fucking words. Really, I just wanted to go out to eat, and I was feeling that day. This week, she asked me what time. I told her when we both get home, so like 5 to 6 we can go out. She was frustrated. I was giving her an answer about where to eat, and I told her multiple times what I am feeling that day. She asked me if we needed reservations. I told her no multiple times. We will walk in on Wednesday to a chain restaurant. She asked if I wanted anything fancy. I told her no. I just wanted a simple night. Yesterday was the issue. I wanted Olive Garden, go home, get some breadsticks, chill, rest of the night. I get home around 5. My wife is all dressed up. I asked why. She said she made reservations for a fancy sushi place in the city. She said it was a surprise. We need to leave in about 20 minutes. Nothing has sounded so unappealing to me in my life. I told her I wanted to go to Olive Garden. We got into an argument about how she spent all this effort to get a reservation. I told her I didn't want any of this. In the end, I left to go to Olive Garden by myself. We got into another argument when I came back. Divorce. That's a divorce. First of all, you ruined my birthday. Divorce. Y'all need to break up. Y'all are not compatible. She's very, like, hands-on. You're very good with the flow. And I get it. People say opposites attract, but y'all are not compatible. But, you are not the asshole. You were very clear on what you wanted. You wanted a chain restaurant, something casual, no effort put into it. You wanted something very simple, and I feel like on your birthday, you deserve to have that. The fact that she would go behind your back and, like, plan dinner reservations and not even tell you, like, that's because it's not about me. You didn't do that for me. You did that for you. And, yeah, that's a divorce. That's a divorce. Yeah, that's a divorce. Yeah, that's a divorce. And saying, like, oh, I put all that effort, how is that effort when that's something I don't want? That's another thing, like, you can't be doing shit for people that they don't want and then get mad that they don't want it. You have to ask people. Yeah, get a divorce. I would go. I already did that one. I did that one. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to eat my wife's spaghetti after I found out what she puts in it? What the fuck is she putting? Shrooms? Let's talk about it. Last night my wife made spaghetti. It smelled amazing. She said, why am I fucking up these words? She said, try something new. Wanted me to just eat before asking questions. I had a few bites. It tasted kind of off, but not terrible. Just weirdly sweet and earthy. I asked what she changed, and she told me she blended up leftover spaghetti from 6 days ago, mixed it into the sauce to thicken it. I immediately stopped eating. I knew it was technically the same ingredients, but the idea of blended oat noodles mixed with fresh sauce made me feel sick. She got offended and said I already ate half the plate, so clearly it was fine. And I was being dramatic now that I knew. I told her that is exactly the point. I did not know. If I had known beforehand, I wouldn't have eaten it. She said I was being wasteful and disrespectful, and acting like she said it would be garbage. Ended up making a sandwich before I could finish it. She got really upset and barely talked to me for the rest of the night. Now she told her family they think I'm embarrassed of her, but my mom thinks it's gross and I should have not been tricked into eating it. I feel bad for hurting her feelings, but I also feel like I should get the same when I'm eating. Get a divorce. Get a divorce. Get a divorce. Get a divorce. That earthy herb thing that you thought you were eating, that's mold. Get a divorce. Get a fucking divorce. Then you go to your bitch ass family and try to throw me under the bus. Get a divorce. We're done. We're done. We're done. You are not the asshole. Get a divorce. Trying to find a good one. Okay. I got a good one. Why did I even take it to the bottom of the thing? Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my roommate's boyfriend he basically lives with us and should help pay for stuff? I'm 25 female, live with my roommate 26 female. We live together for almost a year and usually get along pretty well. We split rent, utilities, groceries like toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning, all that stuff. The issue is her boyfriend has been over constantly for the last couple of months. At first it was just weekends, which I didn't care about, but now he's here like 5 nights a week. He showers here, eats here, leaves his stuff in the bathroom, watches TV in the living room, even works from home here sometimes. I brought it up casually before. She says he's not here that much, which honestly annoyed me because he definitely is. Last week our electric bill was higher than usual and I was already irritated because I had bought groceries and noticed that he's been eating some of my stuff too. Nothing huge, just little things, but it adds up. So when he was in the kitchen one night, I said something like, no offense, but you're basically our third roommate at this point. He laughed and said, I'm not here that much, and said, you kind of are though. You might as well help pay for utilities. He got quiet, and later my roommate texted me from her room saying I embarrassed him, and I should have talked to her in private. I just lost my train of fucking thought. Okay, I should talk to her in private. Instead of saying it in front of him, I told her I already tried bringing it up and nothing's changed. She said if I'm going to be nickel and dime for every little thing, then maybe we should not live together next year. I do think I could have handled it better because I was annoyed and probably came off as more rude than I meant. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not crazy for being frustrated if someone is over almost every day using everything. It didn't seem like a big deal at the time, but I'm not sure now. They offer some following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. The action I took while telling my roommate's boyfriend directly that say he basically the easy charge here. Okay. Well, I don't know what that text I just read. Okay. You probably should get a new roommate. That's like the one thing about roommates, like, I feel like I get both sides. I feel like it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and sometimes it's how you present the message. So I think if you go like, hey, do you want to move in? Or, hey, you're here a lot. Could you please not eat our stuff? Or do da-da-da-da. Like, when you approach a situation, specifically a situation that could be hostile, in a more calm setting, and a more calm tone, and you're kind of calm about it, people are more receptive. They receive the message better. I don't know what kind of word I was trying to say, but you get the fucking point. But I think, like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So I think maybe your tone was probably off, and it probably couldn't be embarrassing, but also kind of just like, oh, like, I'm not welcomed here. But at the same time, I feel like when you're a guest in someone else's house, you don't just be eating up people's shit. Like, I never go in people's refrigerator. Even if, like, you give me permission, I always ask because I don't live here. And I don't like motherfuckers just up in my shit just eating up my food, you know? And I think you should be very mindful and respectful of the people that do actually live there. Yeah, like, I'm always respectful of other people's houses. But I don't think what you're asking is necessarily unfair. I think if you are eating up all the food and, like, stuff is getting more expensive because you're around, I think you can, like, pay your way or just be mindful the next time you come over. Or you could just probably only come over like twice a month type shit. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And honestly, if my roommate was like, I think we don't need to live together next year, that's fine. That's fine moving with your boyfriend. But yeah, I don't think you're the asshole, but just for future reference, just go about things. And, sorry, I could have sworn I heard some fucking noises. I don't know what that was. I think that's the kids outside. Alright. But yeah, you're not the asshole for that. I think that's pretty valid to ask someone to chip in a house that they fake live in. Okay. This is my last one because I'm getting tired and I have to like edit this. Alright. Am I the asshole for leaving my friend at the brewery when he brought up something that haunts me? A few years ago while I was on a hike with my wife, she slipped and fell. I was not able to get up to her. For those who are familiar, this took place on the 14er group out of Chicago Basin. So it was stressful. Thankfully, another man was able to get her out, but it was hours later, and she has been perched on a cliff under the drop site. She's been pursed. I'm pretty sure. We're gonna skip that. I don't know if I can't pronounce it. Then we don't know it. I'm pretty sure they're basically saying she's been. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck that word means. She never been upset with me for. She has never been upset with me for not being able to help her by myself. We are both avid, experienced hikers, but I'm not a strong guy and she's a sturdy gal. The face of fear as she fell is imprinted in my mind, and something that will always haunt me. For a split second, I thought I would lose her forever. Not being able to help her haunts me. She and I were together at the brewery with some friends, and one of them were talking about a trip he planned up Como to the Blanca Little Bear Traverse. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Terror. I don't know if that's talk. All right, George Bush, you will pay for this. We did that once a while back. I had some advice for him. For absolutely no reason, he looked at me and said, "Okay, bro, I'm not going to take advice from a man who left his wife to rot on sunlight." Oh my god, that's crazy. My wife immediately corrected him, but I was stunned. He thought it was hilarious, and he had a huge grin on his face. I didn't know what to say, so I just got up to get another drink, but ended up going outside. My wife came to find me, asked if I was okay, and honestly very upset, and I said I'd like to go. She drove us home. The issue, our friend was expecting us to drive him home, and I didn't say anything or tell him where I was going. I just left. He texted me, "What the fuck did you do? Where the fuck did you go, bro? And why are you ignoring me all that?" He had to take an Uber home, which was expensive. I asked him why would he bring up that incident when he knows how I feel about it. He responded to a bunch of images of emojis, pointing and laughing. He said that my hypersensitivity costs him money. He's out of work, that is true. And that I need to nut up and learn to laugh. This is not typical behavior from him. I don't really hang out with guys who do all that bro stuff. He's historically been a nice guy, but also normally just abandoned. But I also would not normally just abandon someone I promised a ride. Am I the asshole for leaving him without a ride? That nigga's not your friend. That nigga don't like you. I'm gonna be very honest. Be very mindful of what the fuck people say as a joke. Like, if we laughing and giggling and we just joking about some stupid shit, like, Cameron, like, remember that time, like, you greened out and threw up, like, that's one thing. But, like, for you to joke about something that I'm traumatized about and throw it in my face, and then when I'm trying to talk to you about it, you're laughing, that nigga's not your friend. Block his ass. That nigga is not your motherfucking friend. I will go out on the limb and say that nigga hates you and wishes you would have fucking died. That's not your friend. Stop talking to him. You're not the asshole. That's fucking crazy. And honestly, I probably would have punched that nigga. Yeah, I probably would have punched that nigga dead in his mouth. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you even say, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I feel like if you know someone is giving you a ride, maybe don't piss off your ride. You don't shit where you eat. What the fuck? Alright, I think I could do one more. Alright, I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can find one. That's kind of long, and I don't think. And it's getting kind of late. Alright, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, share, comment, all that fun stuff. I'll be posting clips on TikTok and yada yada yada. All my information will be on the screen. But yeah, thanks for watching.